Hi everyone. Okay, we are up to test number 11, the test for lessons from 51 to 55. And I'm happy we're taking this test because I can leave the ignominy of this incomplete lesson behind since we can't complete that lesson since there appears to be a bug in it. If anybody knows of a way to complete that lesson, let me know. But anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Я люблю тебе something жизни. Жизни, I believe, is the genitive form of жизнь, which is life. And so that is when we would use больше. So basically, this sentence is saying, I love you more than life. I love you more than life itself. And so, but because you say more than life, life takes the genitive form. Another example of that is here. So, Rim something Moskvy. So the correct answer here is Starshia. Rome is older than Moscow, and the reason why this is Moskvy is because, again, it's in genitive form because we're saying that, yeah, that's just how you do it. If you say Starshia, if you use this form here, then Moskvy becomes genitive. So Rim Starshia Moskvy. Rome is older than Moscow. Moving on. Когда мы были, something все было лучше. So, when, let's see, when we were, let's see. Oh, when we were young, right? Okay. When we were young, everything was better. I think that's what this is saying here. Okay, and the answer is молодее. Not quite sure why it's молодее. Let me just see if I can get an explanation as to why, because, yeah, this is simply saying when we were younger, everything was better. But I'd like to get an idea of why that is, if possible. So let me just do a quick check. What is молодее? Oh, right, it's the comparative. That's the point. Because, okay, it's not saying when we were young, it's saying when we were younger. That's the point. Okay, yeah, because a молодой person is a young person, but молодее is the comparative form. So it's saying when we were younger, everything was better. Okay, that's the reason why that makes sense. Он ходит в бар something чем на работу. So he so часто means often. So I think the answer here is чаще. Чаще means more often. So he goes into the bar more frequently than to work. Он ходит в бар чаще, чем на работу. Well, you only have to go to work 5 days a week, but you can go to the bar every day if you want. Он зарабатывает something, чем его жена. So he earns. This word means earns money, I think, or just earns, but I think in this case it means earns money. So he earns. Okay, and I guess the answer is меньше. He earns less than his wife, which in Russia might be a big deal because gender complexes in Russia are still a thing. So okay, he earns меньше, less than his wife. Жизнь в деревне something чем в городе. So life in the village or life in a village is I guess better than in the city. So remember, like I was saying, in English there's good and then there's better. The comparative degree of good is obviously not gooder. Same in Russian. So there, хорошо means good, but лучше means better. So there we go. Жизнь в деревне лучше, чем в городе. Life in the village is better than in the city. Okay, Эта девушка something, чем ее подруга. So this girl is okay, so this girl is more beautiful than her friend, than her female friend. Comparative form of красива is красивее. This girl is more beautiful than her friend. Наш директор something человек на свете. Okay, so I think here this is the superlative form. It's saying our director is the smartest person in the world. So, what's the superlative of umny, intelligent? It's умнейший. Умнейший. So, наш директор умнейший человек на свете. Our director is the smartest person on the light. I think I talked about this phrase before. Na svieta basically, it literally means like on the light or in the light, kind of like in English, under the sun. Basically, the smartest person in the, it basically means in the world, is what it's supposed to mean. Okay. Okay, so, and here it's, again, we have the word красивый. So it's the most beautiful место на земле. It's the most beautiful place in the world. So again, what's the superlative of красиво? It's красивейшее. So это красивейшее место на земле. It's the most beautiful place in the world. Baikal, something озеро в мире. So Baikal, the lake in Russia, is the I believe that this is the deepest lake in the world, actually. So what's the superlative for deep? Deepest? Глубочайшее. Baikal глубочайшее озеро в мире. Deepest lake in the world. Damask, something город мира. Aha, Damascus in Syria, I believe, is the старейший город мира, the oldest city in the world. Библия Гутенберга, something книга в мире. So the Gutenberg Bible, the Bible published by Gutenberg in his famous printing press, when he developed the printing press, is the well, here I guess you need to know a little bit of history, because you could say Stareshaya, which I guess would mean the oldest book in the world, but I guess it's not necessarily the oldest book in the world. The answer that they're looking for here is, I believe the answer they're looking for here is Redshaya. Now this means rarest. Biblia Gutenberga Redshaya kniga v mire. It's the rarest book in the world. Is it really? I don't know. I guess it is. I didn't know that, but apparently that's what it is, or at least according to this test it is. Okay, something, пожалуйста, как пройти к метро. So this is now a fairly typical form which we've seen before. It's just скажите. So скажите, пожалуйста, tell please, how do you get to the metro? Только ты, пожалуйста, никому не something об этом. Это секрет. So, only you, please. Don't, so here we have говорите and скажите, so tell. So, никому не говори. This is the imperative form. Remember, we were talking about imperative forms, and this is the ты form of говорит. So, obviously, obviously, if you were on вы terms with someone, you'd use a different form, but this is the ты form of говорит, so the ты form of the imperative of говорит. So, только ты, пожалуйста, никому не говори об этом, это секрет. Only you, please, don't tell anyone about it. It's a secret. Honestly, I would have thought that it would be скажет, because you're not saying, yeah, I mean, you're saying don't tell anyone about it, not don't say anyone about it. But I guess this is just a case where говорит is the correct verb to use. So, okay. Something этот отчет к пятнице. So, this report, okay, I see. So, Here, k пятница, k Friday means by Friday. Something needs to happen by Friday, on or before Friday. So I think the verb they're looking for here is finish. Get this done. So, and here it's vli because it's probably in an office. You're talking to somebody whom you're on vli terms with. So it's сделайте, meaning get it finished. So finish this report by Friday. Сделайте. Mama, nie something этого не надо. Okay, so, sorry, Masha, not Mama, it's Masha. Masha, не делай этого, не надо. Masha, don't do that. It's not necessary. Once again, imperative form. This is Mama. Something маме она просила. So, okay, so this is saying call mama. So this is, again, imperative form. So this is saying call mama on the phone. It's позвони because you're probably talking to a family member or friend and not somebody professional who, working within an office. So она просила means she asked. So it's like call mama, she asked to be called. Никогда не something мне больше. And here we have again, звони or so once again it's call. So basically, don't call me ever again. And the form here is звони. Yeah, I'm just looking at the alternatives here. I mean, this would be. These are regular conjugated forms for tli and vli. They're not imperative forms. And poзвoni is, again, it's the perfective versus imperfective thing. Kind of reminded of that movie. There's a famous Soviet movie. What's it called? Let me see here. Let me just quickly look it up just for a bit of comic relief. There's a movie about a guy who, I think it's, hold on, let me see. Right, Ivan Vasilievich. Ivan Vasilievich меняет профессию, which means Ivan Vasilievich changes professions or changes jobs. There's a famous scene from that movie where his phone rings and he just picks up the phone and says, "Call me back, I'm busy." So it's like, позвони попозже or something like that. I forget exactly how you say it, but it's a classic Soviet movie. People who have seen it probably remember that scene. Okay. Something сюда я нашел красивый гриб. So, I guess this is saying come here. Yeah, it's saying come here. I found a beautiful mushroom. Russians are keen on gathering mushrooms. So it's ed. Ed is how you tell somebody to go somewhere or walk somewhere. So иди сюда means like come over here, walk over here. I found a beautiful mushroom. Будешь возвращаться с работы, something фрукты в супермаркете. So будешь возвращаться с работы. So when you're coming back from work, and then it's saying buy some fruits in the supermarket. So again, it's imperative. The word here is купи, because you're probably speaking to your spouse, and so somebody whom you're on tli terms with, and so купи for buy in the tli imperative form. Okay, я не пойду с тобой на выставку. Ну и не. Okay, so here again we have this sort of form where it's saying like, well, okay, then don't. So the first person says, я не пойду с тобой на выставку. I'm not going with you to the to the fair or to the exhibition. And so the person responds. If you say you're not going to go, then the person responds and says, well, then don't go. So the word here is ходи. Я не пойду с тобой на выставку, ну и не ходи. Don't go then. Okay. Nie something vodu из этого озера. So don't drink water from this lake for whatever reason. Reason is not specified, but okay. And the imperative form here is пейте. Не пейте воду из этого озера. Don't drink water from this lake. All right, здесь нельзя something машиной. And here the verbs are forms of park. So here it is forbidden to park a car. The form here is парковать. Remember with нельзя, you use the infinitive form, the unconjugated infinitive form there. Давай быстрее. Нам нельзя something на эту встречу. So, let's go faster. Okay, and these are forms of to be late for. So they're saying, let's go faster. We are forbidden to be late for this meeting. So the form here is опоздывать. Again, with нельзя, you just use the unconjugated infinitive form. So, давай быстрее, нам нельзя опоздывать на эту встречу. We go faster, we're not allowed to miss or to be late to this meeting. Okay. Не something завтра прийти пораньше. So, do not, let's see, okay, so these are forms of forget. Забыть means forget. So, so the word here is не забудь. Не забудь завтра прийти пораньше. So don't forget tomorrow to arrive early. Okay, there we go. That's the sentence there. Если не хочешь, можешь ничего не something мне. So if you don't want, you can, and these are forms of say. So if you don't want to, you can say nothing to me. You can. So here we use the unconjugated form because можешь works as a so-called helper verb. So the conjugated verb is можешь, ты можешь something, and then the verb that goes with можешь is left unconjugated. And so ты можешь говорить, or in this case, можешь не говорить. Если не хочешь, можешь ничего не говорить мне. If you don't want to, you don't have to say any, or if you don't want to, you can say nothing to me. Извини, я не могу something это. So, excuse me, I cannot do that or do it. Again, я не могу, the form of much here is conjugated, and then you leave the verb after that unconjugated, so it's сделать, I think you're looking for here, not just I cannot do it, but I can't finish it. I can't finish that. And finally, наешь много мороженью, ты можешь. So don't eat more ice cream. You can, and then here again, because можешь is conjugated, we use the unconjugated form of to get sick, which is заболеть. And there we go. That was the test. So не ешь много мороженью, ты можешь заболеть. Don't eat a lot of ice cream. You can get sick. Okay, so let's go ahead and quickly go to the results page and just look at the answers here. So these are the answers to test number 11. Hope that everything was pretty clear. I'm just doing this so that people who want to can pause the video briefly to take notes. But I think everything here is mostly fairly clear. This is mostly stuff that we've seen before. It's all stuff that we've seen before, and it's all stuff which I think is fairly apparent what it's about. So, yeah, so that was test 11, and next time we'll be back for more lessons with Learn Russian. So hope to see you then, folks. Thanks for watching, and bye-bye for now.